Good morning. Welcome to another episode of HardFoul Radio. We are starting a little bit late here, but we are here. This is the show that values time and puts God first. Appreciate y'all for joining in today. So let's get started. So you know what I can't understand? And we're going to get to the Thursday night football game later. If you look at and Vegas is normally a really good indicator for a true projection of teams because Vegas is just in this to make money. Vegas doesn't really care about your feelings. Vegas doesn't really care how people interpret your team. They have pretty good evaluations for the most part because, again, they're just trying to make money. But between Vegas and even a lot of the experts right now, if you go look at this week's power rankings, favorites to win the Super Bowl, favorites to win divisions, it's the 3-5 Ravens, who admittedly I have faith in. It's the 5-4 Chiefs. It is the second place Bills. It's not the 7-2 Broncos. It's not the 7-2 Patriots. It's not the 7-2 Colts. And that got me to thinking, have we just not caught up yet? There's always a changing of the guard that happens in sports throughout the years. This will always happen, right? Teams are great for an extended period of time. And then they no longer are great. Might still have a handful of great players, might still have a great quarterback, but they are no longer the dominant team in their division, their conference. Somebody else comes and takes their place. What has everyone been joking about with the standings last couple of weeks? Oh, we're all the way back to 2014. Because during the 2010s, the Colts dominated their division, Manning to Luck. The Broncos dominated their division, the Tebow year to Peyton Manning. And the Patriots, obviously, with the GOAT Tom Brady, dominated the AFC East. That then changed to, in the AFC East, Tom leaves, Josh Allen takes over, Peyton retires, Mahomes, Andy Reid take over, and the AFC South, 1 year it's the Jaguars, 1 year it's the Texans. They've been kind of all over the place. But a lot of the reason people don't have faith in the current 7-2 teams is simply because they haven't accepted that there is another changing of the guard taking over. That these are no longer divisions just dominated by the teams that we've seen them dominated by. Like, Kansas City is not winning the AFC West. The Ravens, I have a personal outlier objective to them that I think they have a chance because I still haven't fully bought into the Steelers. But if those three teams, and the Bills, who the Patriots schedule is just so easy that without a massive collapse, they probably win that division and have a true chance to be the 1 seed. We need to accept it. And again, I've been doing power rankings, and I have not put the Colts and Patriots as high. And shame on me. Shame on me. I should have accepted that earlier, come to terms with that earlier, and just go, hey, look, these teams, these guys, they are going to win this year. And we're just not ready to accept that the 3-5 Ravens, at least this year specifically, let's not even make it this is the projection of the franchises going forwards, right? Let's be fair, because these other teams still have Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Those are obviously the best quarterbacks of this generation. But this year, the Chiefs are 5-4. Denver, if they win tonight, will be 8-2. They play next week in Denver, and that if Denver wins that game and they're 9-2 and the Chiefs go to 5-5, the Chiefs are not winning the division. The Chargers are both offensive tackles. They're playing the Steelers. They lose that game, they'll be 2 games behind. The Bills, who also have a semi-easy schedule, but the Patriots have the easiest schedule left in the NFL. I've already beaten the Bills. The Bills now have to go to Foxborough and beat the Patriots. It's a change in the guard kind of season, guys. We got to get over it. Like, we can't just keep putting all the money and all of the logic and all of the, oh, they for sure have it. In Baltimore's case, an under 500 team, Kansas City, a barely above 500 team, and the Bills, a second place team. We have a small changing of the guard that is happening in the NFL. Because here's the other thing we can't do, and I brought this up a little bit with why would he say that earlier this week. I don't want to turn NFL coverage into NBA coverage. Meaning, again, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, the best quarterbacks in the world. Top three. We've seen great quarterbacks, obviously in the case of Lamar and Allen, who haven't won a title yet, not win the championship every single year. That's the reality of the situation. We've all seen it. Don't turn it into, in the way the NBA, when you had LeBron, when you had Steph, when you had these all-time players, don't make them the, oh, as long as you got this guy, you're just going to succeed in the playoffs. I've seen this a lot with, I gave Nick Wright criticism of he refuses to accept any team besides the Bills as a real threat to the Chiefs because the logic is just, well, Kansas City's always done it in the playoffs. We've seen great quarterbacks not win, and when it's single elimination, that argument doesn't fly the same way it does in the NBA. In the NBA, because you've got a full series, yes, a LeBron James, a Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, they can dominate an entire series, and best of 7, they are going to win out most of the time. In baseball, a best of 7, we just saw with the Dodgers, your starting pitchers, yes, the bullpen weak, but the starting pitchers over a 7-game series, the obvious advantage in position players, that is going to hold out in a 7-game series. In a single elimination NFL playoff, if you just saw it last week, Chiefs Bills, if you get a good pass rush on Mahomes, that's how you beat him. And you only got to do it once. Let's not go, oh, just because you've got Mahomes or you've got Allen or you've got Lamar, that means no way you can lose. We've seen it happen a bunch. You get them off on you get a bad Sunday or you get a great pass rush from the other team. You play a bad half of football or not a great half of football in the playoffs. This is how great NFL teams lose. So the Colts, Broncos, Patriots, this is just their year. They have been better than the Chiefs. They have been better than the Bills. They've been, obviously, the AFC South is its own shit show. The Texans can't get an offense correct. And it's unfortunate, and CJ Stroud's going to be out here for a couple more weeks. Not a dirty hit, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. But Vegas having just overwhelming confidence and experts having – here's the thing. If you had Chiefs number 1 in your power rankings this week, the only reason I can justify that or think – not even justify it. The only reason I think that you did it is because you watched the Chiefs 2 years ago and last year. So last year they had a great record. The year before that was the year we looked and we said, oh, they're struggling. And they won both, and they won – or two, sorry. Yeah, so last year they won the Super Bowl. The year before that they did. And you were just somebody like myself who were going, oh, no, they cannot win the Super Bowl again. And you just don't want to look wrong at the end of the day for this year. And you're not willing to look at it as, oh, this is what I'm seeing this year. This is not last year's Chiefs. This is not 2 years ago Chiefs. What are the Chiefs this year? That's how we have to analyze them. That's how we have to break it down. So if you're just saying, oh, they're number 1 in the power rankings because they got Patrick Mahomes, what are you really analyzing? Just be honest with yourself. I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.